For this assignment, I researched Sarah Lechago. Sarah Lechago is an active researcher in the field of behavior analysis. She received her PhD in psychology with an emphasis in behavior analysis from Western Michigan University in 2009. She is currently working as an associate professor at the University of Houston Clear Lake within their behavior analysis master's program. The overall focus of her research is verbal behavior, social behavior, language acquisition, and generalization of these behaviors. She's the founder or co-founder of various centers and clinics, including UHCL's Center for Autism and Developmental Disabilities and the Verbal Behavior Clinic within this center. She is also the co-founder and co-director for UHCL's Connecting the Dots program. The articles I found during my research include Comparing Man Training and Other Instructional Methods to Teach a Foreign Language, which focuses on differing trainings such as man training, TAC training, and intraverbal training and their effects on the concept of language acquisition, specifically the ability to learn a new language. This study highlights man training and its ability to aid in the acquisition of new language. The second study I found was an experimental analysis of gender-biased verbal behavior and self-editing using an online chat analog. This study focuses on 28 adults who are developmentally typical in their verbal behavior within online chats. Data was collected on disagreeing, pressuring, interrupting, and self-editing during problem-solving games. Rates of these verbal behaviors were analyzed in regards to the Confederates' supposed gender, thus gathering data on gender-biased verbal behavior within these games. Another study I found was titled Mans for Information, Generalization Across Establishing Operations. Within this study, 3 children with autism spectrum disorder were taught behavior chains that involved the need for a plastic spoon. Manding for this plastic spoon was taught, and then using varying establishing operations, generalization was created for manding for information, specifically for the spoon. Another study found was titled The Effects of Multiple Exemplar Instruction on the Relation Between Listener and Intraverbal Categorization Repertoires. This focuses on verbal behavior, specifically the emergence of independence among the verbal operants. Within this study, multiple exemplar instruction is analyzed for its effects on untaught verbal responding and operants. Assessing stimulus control and promoting generalization via video modeling when teaching social responses to children with autism focuses on social skills training among children diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder and the generalization of these social skills with other adults and more specifically with their peers. Results found that an introduction of a video showing and modeling the social skills with peers had an increasing effect on the generalization of the skills with peers. Teaching how man for information frames to children with autism focuses on the teaching of man for information and specifically the how manned. Common themes throughout Sarah Lechago's work. One common theme running through Sarah Lechago's work includes a focus on verbal behavior. Within this focus, there are subcategories including manding, emergent behavior, emergent responding, language acquisition, and the generalization of the acquired verbal behavior. Another common theme throughout Sarah Lechago's work is the acquisition of social behavior and also the generalization of this behavior. If given the chance to interview Sarah Lechago, I would ask her questions such as, what was the first experience you had that made you decide to pursue research within the field of behavior analysis? What do you feel is your biggest impact on the field of behavior analysis and why? If you had access to any and all resources, what would you want to research next and why would you research this? What aspect of verbal behavior do you feel has the greatest importance and why? And then also, what area of verbal behavior do you feel needs the most attention and research as of right now? Why is Sarah Lechago's work important to the field? Lechago's work is important to the field due to its impact on our understanding of verbal behavior repertoires and the emergence of these repertoires. Verbal behavior and communication are a part of our everyday lives, and individuals with autism spectrum disorder tend to have deficits within these verbal behavior and communication repertoires. Sarah Lechago's work highlights the importance of understanding these deficits and then increasing our knowledge and understanding of how we can increase and maximize their repertoires. The research Sarah Lechago has done and continues to do not only builds off of prior research within the field, but also breaks ground for new findings and movement within the concepts of verbal behavior and social behavior. Clinically speaking, Lechago's work surrounding teaching and training man for information to those with autism spectrum disorder can and does have a major impact in the field's understanding of managing interventions. Her research and findings also highlight the importance of generalization procedures within communication training and furthers our understanding of emergent verbal and social behaviors. These are the references I utilized during my research, and thank you for listening.